Welcome back to the channel. What's up, guys? This is something that I know a lot of people are asking about. A lot of people always want to know, can you fix wheels? This is an aluminum wheel off of, I think, a Tahoe. And yes, you can fix them. We steer away from them now. I don't do them. This belongs to a friend of mine. He said, hey, can you fix it? My wife ran over something. We don't know what. They took it in the shop. They were doing something else and come to find out it's got a crack. The good thing is it's not on the front. It's on the back, which makes it even better. Otherwise, you'd have to go back and polish this. You know, this is a polished, it's got like polished surfaces on it. So I think pretty much all of it, this is polished. This looks a little duller, but sometimes there's like a difference. It's like a different grade of polish. This is like a mirror finish. And then this right here is like a duller finish. So it gives it a, you know, that three-dimensional look. So like all your flat surfaces are polished mirror. And then these here are just polished, or they might even be painted or powder coated or something. I'm not sure. But either way, it's aluminum. It's got a crack. I'll let you zoom in here and I'll show you what it is. Luckily, like I said, it's on the back, so let's see if we can get it fixed up. So here you can see the crack on the back of the wheel. The crack stops, so it stops about right there at that edge, which is good. We can kind of grind that out with a die grinder. Bad part is I don't have a compressor here at the shop, here at the Mafia headquarters and AKA my home shop. So I'm using my little small Bosch, which just takes forever. So I can grind a little bit and I have to wait for it to build up. So once we get a bigger compressor, it'll be fine. But not a lot to die grind. We'll just take the little air die grinder and get that V'd out a little bit so we can get some good penetration. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave the weld on this or grind it smooth yet. The inside has to be grinded smooth, which kind of tempts me to leave this on. Might have to get the wheel balanced again, but if I grind everything off the inside, because the inside is where the wheel, the tire is gonna seat. So I'm hesitant to leave anything there. I want it pretty smooth, which means I really kind of wanna maybe leave this, you know, as the structure. And you're not gonna see it. Like I said, you won't see it. It's on the back. And looking at it now, it actually looks like it's got like a little bit of a dent. Looks like maybe hit a curb or something. Because if you see, you won't be able to tell by the camera, but you see the crack here, and from about there to there, that actually looks, I hope that doesn't affect the seal, because not much I can do about that. It's just a little flat spot that starts right there. It's not much. Man. Probably ran over a curb or something. It really doesn't take a lot, you know, with the low profile tires and stuff they have on newer vehicles, and you know, now it's doesn't take a lot. You can run over something pretty easy and damage it. Luckily, they've got a full-size spare, so it's a newer model Tahoe. They have a full-size spare, so they've got one that matches, so it wasn't a big deal. We just dropped this off at the house this morning and see if we can get them fixed up. So show you what it looks like on the inside. So there is the inside of the wheel. As you can see, you got a little water on it. I've got to get that cleaned off, but that's the inside where the tire, the rubber actually goes. That's where the rubber goes. There's the inside of the crack right here. My camera doesn't want to zoom. There we go. There's the inside, same thing, just going to run it right to there, V that out. You might be able to see the flat spot? That's what I'm kind of worried about. I don't think it's gonna hurt, but you can see there to about right there, it kind of flattens out. It's wherever they hit, it did a little bit of damage. That's what caused it to crack. It just kind of gave way right there, and that was a weak point. And instead of just keeping on bending, just broke it. Luckily, it didn't take any chunks out. They're even worse to fix, but like I said, we don't really do them anymore, just not really worth it to us. But this was a friend of mine at, you know, trying to help him out. So he actually called and got a price on a new wheel, and they told him $1,100. And he said, that's for 4, right? They said, nope, that's just one. That's from the dealership. So of course, you know, they're going to be extremely high. But yeah, it's kind of stupid to pay that kind of money. He could go buy a set of 4 aftermarket wheels for not much more than that. I would imagine, you know, get whatever he wanted. Wheels are expensive, but that's crazy to, you know, for $1,100 for one wheel off a Tahoe. So of course he's going to just run the full size spare till I get this fixed, and then they'll pop this back on and be good to go. So let's see if we can grind it out. I got the air compressor built up. We'll die grind that a little bit and then see if we can get it welded up. So I've got a stainless steel wire brush, a little small one, as you can see it fits in my hand, and I've got aluminum written on it, and that's to keep this separate from anything else. So if you're using these on aluminum, keep them with aluminum. If you're using on stainless or steel, same thing, just keep it all separate. That way you're not contaminating. You don't want stainless debris or steel debris in here when you're trying to weld. So keep it all separate. Best thing to do is use acetone to wipe this off, but unfortunately, I do not have any. Thought my wife might have some in her nail polish drawer, but she's out also. So all that nail polish stuff's not as bad as you think. Sometimes stuff comes in handy. All right, let's flip it over and do the other side. Same thing here, we'll die grind that. Turn that compressor off, because if it starts and I'm in the middle of welding, I might pee my pants. I think it'll scare the crap out of you when you're concentrating. So I've got it cleaned, I've got it grinded. Smell the rubber. I guess just where it gets embedded in the pores of the aluminum. You can smell it when I burn, when I get it hot. So what I did on the back side was actually just did some buildup, because I'm gonna grind that off, so I want to make sure I got plenty in there. So built it up a little bit, and then we'll let that cool for a minute. Take the flap wheel on the grinder, and we'll smooth that out. We won't completely finish it yet. I still got to weld the inside, because like I said, this I'm probably going to try to leave a little bit. I'll grind it smooth, but I am going to kind of leave a little hump there. Like I said, it's the back of the wheel. You won't see it. Hopefully it won't offset the balance, but they're probably going to get it rebalanced anyway. So this I will have to grind completely smooth, or pretty much all of it, I think, because otherwise it would get in the way of the wheels, the tire sealing. So we got it both welded up. I'm just going to kind of hit this backside right here. So that's pretty close to where I'm going to leave it. Like I said, that's the back side. Pretty sure I got everything on the first pass. I wasn't going to make two passes because the V wasn't that big. If you wanted to finish it, you'd finish grinding that smooth, and then you'd have to go through a process of sanding it with different grits until you get to, I want to say 300 or 400, and then you can start actually buffing to get, basically what you're doing is getting more and more scratches out every time. So you get the scratches from this flat wheel with a 100 grit or whatever, and then you'd go to a 200 all the way up to 400 grit, and then you would go to a buffing pad, and you would use compounds and what they call rouge to buff that out, and all it's just getting finer and finer. Still has scratches, but they're super, super fine. All right, guys, so there you have it. That's one repaired aluminum wheel. You can see this is the inside. Like I said, I'm gonna leave that. I'm okay with it. That doesn't look bad at all to me, especially being on the inside. If it was on the outside, it'd be different. You'd do all that smooth and get it polished, you know, back to new. But it's on the inside. It'll be fine. Nobody will ever see it. I just want to leave that just to be sure that we have everything, you know, solid and structurally sound, because we did have to clean off everything on the inside to allow the wheel, the tire to seat on the wheel. That wraps around this edge right here, this little lip. And so when it seats there, it's got to be completely smooth. So as you can tell, can't even hardly tell, if it wasn't super shiny, you wouldn't be able to tell where it was actually welded, but it was welded right in here. And so what I did is I just kind of very, very slowly and softly grinded it back down, and then what I call feathering, feathered it all together so it's nice and smooth, so there's no rough edges for that tire to hit anything. It feels really good, very consistent with the factory wheel all the way down. That's a little off there. I just hit that knoll, but that's actually, I believe that's the weld where they put these wheels together. I'm pretty sure that's, because I'm pretty sure this is a two-piece wheel and it gets welded. So I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I could be wrong, but I don't manufacture wheels, so I don't know, but just guessing that's a weld seam. So it looks pretty good, ready to go. And like I said, we'll leave it just like that. That'll be covered by the tire. And then this here will just be kind of left, but that's okay. It looks pretty good. Should be ready to roll. So that's a wrap on the aluminum wheel. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. You're having an awesome weekend wherever you are. Hope you're being safe and enjoying life. And just know that it can be fixed. If you're interested in working on wheels, I charge $100 per wheel. It doesn't matter what it is. Like I said, we do very few. Just to me, it's a liability, and just not really worth it. It takes, like I said, pretty much an hour. Our hourly rate at the shop is $100. And I don't care who it is, you know, I like to help out friends, but the friends that bring stuff to me, they don't ask for discounts. That's not why they bring it to me. They bring it to me because they know it's going to be done right. And they don't care what it costs. We don't gouge people, but it's $100 per wheel, point blank. You know, if it takes longer for some reason, if it's broken pieces or something like that, it could be more. But that's better than $1,100 for a brand new one. So they'll be ready to go. If you're interested, that's what it costs. If you're looking to do it for yourself, I'm not advertising in any way. Just trying to help you out. If you're doing this or it's something you're wanting to do, you can pick this up. You know, if you're just starting out, it's a good way to start doing wheels. We get calls for them quite often, and I refer them to another shop actually. So just something you can do. Hopefully this helps, and hopefully you guys having an awesome weekend, and we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. Hit the alarm so you know when we get new videos, you'll get notified. So catch you guys on the next video. Peace.